YouTube, what's good? What's going on? It's your guy, Hugh, and welcome back. We're going to do another story time today. First off, appreciate y'all for rocking with me with these story times. I'm glad you're finding them entertaining because it's a part of my life that I also find entertaining, and I wanted to share it with you. So, today's story time is going to be about the time that I got kidnapped by this girl's auntie. So let's take it back to about 2008, 2009, give or take. There was this girl from around the way, you know, she was cool. We kicked it a few times, you know. I was always focused on my music, you know, trying to pursue a music career. So I just never made time to date for real. And she really wanted to date me. So I think that's how all this transpired. This particular moment, I want to say this had to be like the third time I done smacked, and the condom popped this time. You know how it is in that moment. You kind of like, all right, I'll worry about the consequences later, because it was too late. You know, the condom popped. I think in her head that was like a green light to she already started formulating this plan in her head. After that day, a few days go by. This probably was like day number 3 or so, give or take. Pay attention because the numbers are important. She calls me and says,
"Yo, my period didn't start yet, and I think I might be pregnant."
Now, I'm playing it cool. You know, I'm always trying to be cool about it. But in my head, I'm like, no, fuck, no, not ready to be a father. No. But to her, I'm like, hey, you know what? We'll figure it out. You know, let's see what we got to do. I don't know what that looks like, but because I didn't really know too much about it back then. Now, some hours go by. At this point, I'm chilling with my boy because I'm like, yo, we gotta talk, bro. I'm stressed the fuck out. Like, he was a little older, so he was able to calm me down, and he was like, yo, so talk to me, what's going on? I said, yo, the condom pop, man. This chick talking about she pregnant. He said, when did you last do something? I said, only 3 days ago. That nigga smirked and laughed at me. He said, bro, you good. You know how long it takes for the egg to reach the sperm to reach the egg? You good, bro. You probably gonna be good, but you damn sure ain't pregnant right now. I said, you for real, bro? He said, yeah, trust me, you good. So I said, okay, that put me at ease. We're in front of his house. We're kicking it, right? Swear to God, this shit was out of a movie. A van comes, creeping. He looking at me. I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, you have some people coming through? He said, nah. And then I'm like, oh shit, this might be some street shit. Cause you know, he had some street beef. So I'm like, fuck, now we gotta either fight or run. The van pulls up, the door slide open. And then I see women in there, and half of it was like probably 4 women, including the driver. And 2 of them had big bags. It was like some cock diesel motherfucker. So I'm like, okay.
They said, yo, you Stefan?
I said, yeah, I'm playing it cool.
Come here.
Looking and sounding like Big Worm.
Come here.
I said, all right. I look at my boy, I'm like, hey, bro, I'm gonna go take this walk real quick. Just keep an eye on me in case, you know, I get in the van. This was stupid. I probably shouldn't have gotten in the van, but I was very confident. I was like, all right, it's some women. If I gotta whoop some ass, it is what it is. Boom. Man, they took me all around the hood and interrogated me. They made it weird. Like, they were really trying to scare me. Cause I wouldn't break. So for instance, first it started out as, so where are you from? How old are you? I said, you know, I'm 18. I'm from around here. You got a job? I said, yeah. And then I swear to God, the big back, she had to be the final boss. I'm talking about her arms was like 3 of mine. She said,
all right, now I'm gonna ask you these next few questions. And you gotta answer them right because your life depended on it.
Now I'm thinking it's a joke, because I'm like, ain't no way she threatening me, but her back is kind of big. She could do some damage. But I said, you know what, fuck it, let's get it. She said, now,
we can do this the easy way or hard way. Be honest now.
I said, okay, let's do it.
Because if you don't, I'm gonna take this thing right here, I'm gonna put it somewhere you don't like it, and she gonna hold you down.
Now remember, I said there was like 2 big bags, and I'm sitting in between them. I'm like, okay, this, I'm in an awkward position, but I think I still got the edge because I'm you know, I work out, you know, they big though, but I'm taking somebody with me. And the thing they was talking about, they had this like, I don't know, it was like some type of plastic tube that was ricocheted to I don't remember. It was something that they basically, if they was trying to scare me and said they gonna put it in my butt. That sounds crazy. Pause. So I see her like with her hand clutching something. I'm like, okay.
Ready to be a father?
I said, why you ask?
Wrong answer.
Now she's showing me. I said, oh, okay. All right. Ask me again. I can hear better now. She said, let me try it again. Let's. I said,
are you ready to be a father?
I said, you know what? No, but I'll figure it out.
Okay, good answer. I'll work with that. But I'm not sold. We're gonna come back to that.
Now she takes it down a notch. She says, okay, well, do you work? I said, I got a job. Okay, do you plan on, getting married and having a family? I said, yeah, someday.
Okay. Cool.
Now she goes back. So I'm gonna ask you again, are you ready to be a father? I said, listen, I'm not, but I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Cause such and such might be pregnant.
I said, wait a minute, so this is what this is all about?
I'm the one asking questions.
I said, all right, baby D, you got it. You know what? Now that I know what's going on, I'm gonna be real with you. I come from a loving family. So I was raised to do the right thing, and I'm gonna figure it out. And I would love to try to be a father, the best father I can be to a child that I bring into this world. She said,
you know what? I was really hoping to use this thing on you, but you said the right thing.
She said, come on out, girl. I said, come on out, girl. What? Man, this chick pops out from the backseat underneath a blanket, cheesing ear to ear. I'm like, what the actual freak noodle is going on? In my head, I'm like, so these motherfuckers kidnapped me and they played me. All of this just because this girl thinks she's pregnant? I said, well, what's going on? Is she pregnant? She said, we don't know yet. She might be. She ain't got a period. I said, well, it's cool. We gonna get through this. They said, okay.
We'll be seeing you, Stefan.
And they let me out the car. I tell my boy what's going on. He start busting out. I said, bro, that's not funny. You should have seen that thing. I don't even know what it is. All I know is her back was big, and she said she was going to put it in my butt if I didn't answer the questions right, and she was going to have her other homegirl hold me. You should have gotten in the car with me. He was like, nigga, I'm not getting in the car with you. Your name is Stefan. That ain't my name. I said, bet, that's cool. I think the following day she calls me and she said,
you know what, I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad to know that you said what you said.
And I'm pissed. I am pissed. Because I felt so deceived and I had all these emotions prior. So I'm like, yo, why would you do that to me? In my head, I'm like, all right, I'm not fucking with this chick no more. But when I was on the phone with her, I was like, it's all good. I understand why you did what you did. I know you like me, and then, you just wanted to make sure, but that's not cool scaring me like that. She said, I know, cool. I stopped talking to her because I said, that's too fucking much. If you'll lie just for the thrill of it, I can't imagine what you'll do. I only see it getting worse from here. So I stopped talking to her. Screw that. Now what you got baby D1 and baby D2 linebackers in the back of the van kidnapping people like it's a drive-by or like it's a drug deal gone bad. I felt like I was getting picked up by Ghost and Tommy. I thought, hey, this was a drug deal negotiation. For all I know, a cartel was getting ready to pop out and tell me I had to meet with Big Meech to deliver the keys or something. That's how I felt. I didn't know what was going on. Man. Y'all think I'd be lying. I told you my childhood, I got some crazy stories coming up, man. But yeah, I had to cut that off. On that note, y'all let me know what's y'all craziest story from y'all's childhood. Leave it in the comments, share it with the community. Let's get some laughs going, because I'm pretty sure a lot of this stuff we can look back and laugh. And on that note, I'm gonna end the video here. As usual, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. It's been your guy, Hugh Steph, and until next time, peace out.